So in previous lectures we discussed about the use of multiple always block in a Verilog code, and we also know that always block we can find in behavioral model, right? And we can use multiple always block. So I will take one more example here to use of the use of multiple always block to write the Verilog module of 2 to 4 decoder. Already we have written this 2 to 4 decoder behavior model by using single always block, but in this example I will use multiple always block to write the Verilog module. Okay. So now Verilog code of 2 to 4 decoder using multiple always statement or always multiple always block. So this is the block diagram of 2 to 4 decoder, which has one input enable. If enable input is 1, then only this decoder will be in operation, right? So if enable input is 1, then depending upon the values of A and B inputs, one of the output will get 1, binary value 1, and remaining will remain 0. Okay. So here this is the truth table of this 2 to 4 decoder. These enable A and B, these are inputs, and Z0, Z1, Z2 and Z3, these are the outputs. So enable input, if enable input is 0, then whatever may be the input A and B, so we kept here don't care condition XX, so whatever may be the value of A or B, all the outputs will remain 0. And for the normal operation of this decoder, this enable input should be 1. So see here, in remaining 4 cases this enable input is 1. So we will concentrate here. If enable input is 1 and inputs A and B are 0, 0, then output Z0 will have 1 and remaining outputs will be 0. And if input A is 0 and input B is 1, then output number Z1, it will have 1 and remaining 3 outputs are 0. If input A is 1 and B is 0, then output number Z2 will be 1. And if both the inputs A and B are 1, then output number Z3 will be 1. So this is the operation of this 2 to 4 decoder, and the Verilog code by using multiple always block is this module. Name of the module is decoder underscore 2 underscore TO2 underscore 4. It has following ports: A, B, enable, these are the scalar ports, and Z, this is one output port which will be declared as vector, right? So now input A, B, enable, EN, output 0 to 3 Z. So by this statement 4 elements will be created, 4 elements of the vector will be created, that will be Z0, Z1, Z2 and Z3, and these will be the output. And here we declare this Z as rig type, and here you just see there is the intermediate wires like A bar and B bar. You can see here, this is the intermediate wire. It is connected to A0 gate as well as it is connected to A1 gate. Same way the intermediate wire B bar is connected to A0 gate and and it is connected to A2 gate, right? So these are the intermediate wires. So the meaning of intermediate wires is they are neither connected to input port and nor connected to output port directly. Okay. So these wires A bar and B bar, these wires we declare here as rig type. Okay. We have declared these as rig type because inside always block we are going to use some statements in which we are going to assign the value to these A bar and B bar. And we know that if there is any statement inside always block to which inside always block, and if we are going to assign some values to some signal, then that target signal must be rig type. So that's why we have declared this as rig type here. Okay, right. So now this is the first always block, always at the rate, and A is in its sensitivity list. So whenever there is event on A, then this statement is executed, and the statement is A bar is equal to not A. So this symbol is this symbol is the symbol of not operation. So if there is any event on A, then the complement of that value will be assigned to A bar. So now you can see here this our A bar, right? This intermediate wire. So whatever is the value of A, so this A will be will pass through this inverter. So there is one inverter. So we have to complement the value of A, and that will be the value of A bar. So that is done in this first always block. Okay. Now we come to the second always block. In the second always block, the sensitivity list, in the sensitivity list we have included B. So if there is an event on B, then our this statement is executed, that is B bar is equal to not B, because you see here this B, whatever value of the B, that will be complemented by this NOT gate, and whatever you will get, that will be your B bar. So now since in this statement A bar is equal to not A and B bar is equal to not B, since we are assigning the values to A bar and B bar, right? We are assigning some values to A bar and B bar. That's why we have declared A bar and B bar as rig type, right? Because these statements A bar is equal to not A and B bar is equal to not B, each inside always block. And we know that if there is any statement inside always block, and if we are assigning any value to a signal, then that should be declared as rig type. Okay. Now you see this third always block. In third always block, in the sensitivity list we have included A bar, B bar and enable. If there is change in the value on A bar, B bar or enable, then these four statements will be executed. What are these statements? Z0 is equal to A bar, B bar, enable, means A bar and B bar and enable. So you can see here this Z0. How we are getting Z0? Enable, and here this is B bar and here this is A bar, and we want to perform AND operation. So that's why this symbol ampersand, this is a symbol of this is AND operator. So it will perform AND operation over A bar, B bar and enable, and whatever value is evaluated here, this value will be assigned to Z0. Now come to next statement. Z1 is equal to A bar ampersand B ampersand En. So see here Z1. So how we are getting this value? Enable En and with A bar and with B, right? So A bar and B and enable. So this whatever result we will get after evaluation of this, that will be assigned to Z1. And the next statement is for Z2, and for Z2 we require AND operation between enable en a and this is b bar. So see here, a ampersand b bar ampersand enable. So this value will be assigned to Z2, and for Z3 a ampersand b ampersand en. Z3, this is enable, this is a, and this is b. So AND operation of these three will give you the value for Z3. So in this way we have written the Verilog module of decoder by using multiple always block. Now we will see how this Verilog code will work, right? We will take some examples, some values of A, B and enable, then we will see how this code will work. Okay, these are the values here. A is 0, B is 0, enable is 1. So when the simulation, so here we have written hash 0. Hash 0 means at the time of simulation, when the simulation value time is 0, at that time the values of A will be 0, B will be 0, enable will be 1. And after, and the next statement is hash 5, this hash 5. This indicates when the simulation time reaches to 5 unit time, right? If suppose we take the unit as nanosecond, so when the time of the simulation reaches to 5 nanosecond, then the value of A will be 0, B will be 1 and enable will be 1. And next statement hash 5. So this means after 5 nanosecond of this statement, after 5 nanosecond of this statement, the value of A will be 1, B will be 0 and enable will be 1. So under these three conditions we will check how this code will work. Okay, so we see this is our first always block, this is our second always block, and this is our third always block, right? Okay. Okay, we call it as statement number 1, we call it as statement number 2, and this is statement number 3, this is statement number 4, this is statement number 5, and this is statement number 6. Okay, so let us assume our simulation starts at this time, right? So this is 0 and this is time t, simulation time t, and this is 0 time. Okay, this is 5 nanosecond and this is 10 nanoseconds. Okay, so here we write here enable, values of enable A, B. Okay, so when the simulation starts, at that time enable is 1, A is 0 and B is 0, right? So this enable, this is 1, so this is 1 here this is 1 here, this is 1 here, and this enable is 1 here. A is 0, right? So this A is 0 and B is 0, right? Since A is 0, so here you have 0 and here you have 0. B is 0, so B is 0. This is 0 and this is B, 0. Now A bar is 1, A bar is 1 here, B bar is 1 and here B bar is 1, right? So with this the values of outputs will be A naught gate, A naught, this A naught gate and gate. It is having all the three inputs 1, so Z naught is 1. This is 1, and here this B bar is 0, so this is 0, and in this case this A is 0, which is the input of this A2 gate. This is 0 and A3 gate output is 0. So this is the condition, right? So it reflects the condition of this row of the truth table. Z naught is 1 and remaining three outputs are 0. Now at 5 nanosecond, these values will be assigned to A, B and enable, right? So at 5 nanoseconds, the value of A will be 0. So at this time, we are talking about at this time, A is 0, okay, enable is 1, enable is 1. So since there is no change in the value of enable at 5ns, there is no change in the value of A at 5ns. Value of B is 1, so value of B is 1, value of B is 1. So at 5 nanoseconds, event occurred on B, right? So there is change in the value on B. Now what will happen? The always block 2, this, it has B in the sensitivity list. So since the event occurred on B, so always block 2 will be activated. And once this block is activated, then statement 2 will be executed, and statement 2 is B bar is equal to not B. So B bar will be not B, and B is 1 at 5 nanoseconds, so B bar will become 0, right? So B bar will become 0. So I will change the value of B bar here. B, first B, these B and these B bar, these values will change. So now due to this, what will happen? B is 1 and this B bar is 0, right? So 1 here, 1 and here B bar 0. This will be the, and here you have 1, right? So now what will happen? Since the value of B bar has been changed now, earlier it was 0, earlier it was 1 and now it has become 0. Now you see the always block number 3. What are the things in the sensitivity list? A bar, B bar and enable. So A bar is same 1, whatever was the earlier. Enable is also 1, but the value of B bar, earlier it was 1 and now it has become 0, right, at 5ns. Since at 5ns the value of b changed to 1, due to that change the statement 2 of the always block 2 will make the change in the value of b bar. So now since the value of b bar has been changed, due to that always block number 3 will be activated, and once it is activated, then all the statement inside this always block will be executed. Inside this always block we are having 4 statements: statement 3, statement 4, statement 5 and statement 6. All these 4 statements will be executed. So due to statement 3, a bar and b bar and enable, so what it will do, it will this a not gate, its output will change, its output will become 0. Now statement 2, a bar and b and enable, so a1 gate, so a bar it is 1, b bar a bar b is 1 and enable is 1. So the output of this gate will change, output of this gate will become 1. Now statement number 5, this will be executed a and b bar and enable, so this will be executed by a3 gate, a, so here a is 0, b bar is 0 and enable is 1, so output will remain 0, there will be no change in the output. Now statement number 6, a and b and enable, a is 0, b is 1, enable is 1, so output will be 0, so there is no change in the output Z3. So now at 5ns, due to the change in b, what change we are getting? Outputs will become 0 1 0 0, and this will happen when the equation is 0 1, a is 0, b is 1. So now you see this condition, this row, enable is 1, a is 0, b is 1. So what are the output? Z0 is 0, Z1 is 1, Z2 is 0, Z3 is 0. So this we are getting. Now after 5ns, this is still after 5ns of previous time was this 5ns. So after this 5ns will be 10ns from starting. So at this time, what is happening? Enable is same, there is no change in the enable, but the value of a changed from 0 to 1. So a will become 1 and b will become 0. B will become 0, right? So now due to this, what will happen? So I will make the change here, 1, a and b, I will make this change, this and this. So a is 1, b is 0. So now event occurs on a and b both. So due to the event on a, always block number 1 will be activated, and due to the event on b, always block number 2 will be activated. So both will be activated concurrently, parallelly, and due to this activation, statement number 1 and statement number 2 will be executed. Due to statement number 1, a bar is equal to not a. This means a is 1 at 10ns, so a bar will become 0. So due to statement number 1, a bar will become 0. So this change will happen, a bar will become 0. Right, these two. So this will be 0 and this will be 0. And due to statement 2, not b will be assigned to b bar. So at 10ns, what is the value of b? Value of b is 0. So b bar will become 1. So due to statement number 2, b bar will become 1. So this is b bar and this is b bar. Okay. So this is 1 and this is 1. Okay. So always block number 1 and 2 is activated because the event occurred on A and B at 10 ns. Now due to the statement number 1 of always block number 1 and statement number 2 of the always block number 2, the value of A bar and B bar also changed. So now if the value of A bar and B bar changed, so this means the event occurred on A bar and B bar, and due to this event on A bar and B bar, the always block number 3, this will execute, right? This will also execute because A bar and B bar in the sensitivity list of always block number 3, and always block number 3 is will be activated, and once it is activated, then all the statements inside this always block will be executed. That is statement number 3, 4, 5, 6. Now due to statement number 3, A bar and B bar and enable. So now we will see A bar is 0. Due to this 0, the output Z0 will remain 0. There is no change in the output of Z0, so it will remain same. Now due to statement number 4, Z1 is equal to A bar and B and enable. So here A bar is 0 for this statement also, and due to this, what will happen? The output of this A1 gate will become 0. It will become 0. Now statement number 5, Z2 is equal to A and B bar and enable. So now here you can find here A, this is A1, right? This is 1 and this is 0 and this is 0. So now due to in A2 gate, due to statement number 5, A is 1, B bar is 1, enable is 1. So the output of this gate will change, right? And it will become 1. So Z2 will become 1. Now due to statement number 6, Z3 is equal to A and B and enable. So A is 1 but B is 0, right? And enable is 1. So due to this, since B is 0, so the output of this gate, that is Z3, will remain 0. So now these are the outputs when at 10 nanosecond A will become 1 and B will become 0. So this A is 1, B is 0. So this you can check here in this condition, truth table. If this is the condition, then Z2 output should be 1. So you can find here Z2 is 1 and remaining will be 0. So in this way, by using multiple always block, we can again write the Verilog code of 2 to 4 decoder, right? Okay. Now here we write the test bench. This is the unit under test. So test bench is same as previous test bench which we wrote when we wrote the behavior model of 2 to 4 decoder. Using if-else statement. So here the ports, input ports of the unit under test are A, B, enable, EN, and the output ports are Z0, Z1, Z2 and Z3. And for the test bench, we have used the same names, A, B, enable. These ports are associated with the input ports of the unit under test, and the test bench port Z0, Z1, Z2, Z3. These are associated with the output ports of the unit under test. So these will be declared as wire and these will be declared as rig type. So this is the test bench code. So already we have explained in many lectures about the test bench. So this is the code. Now we will see the simulation result. Okay, so now here you can see uh, this is Z3 Z output. So this output can be written as in this way also as a vector form Z 0 0 0 0. This means first we are writing Z naught, then Z1, then Z2, and then Z3, right? Same way the values are represented here, and if you expand this, then you can find here this is Z0, Z1, Z2, and Z3. This is A, this is B, this is enable. So here you can find here various signals are there. So let us see we will see at this time, right? At this time, what are the various values? At this time, the value of enable is 1, value of B is 0, value of A is 0. So here you can find at the output this 1 is this 1, right? This is the value of Z0. So Z0 is 1. Now we see at this time, what are the various value? Enable is 1, B is 1, and A is 0. Now B is 1, A is 0, enable is 1. So now what will happen? You see here this one indicates your Z1. Z1 is 1 and remaining outputs are 0. Now you see at this time enable is 1, B is 0, and A is 1, right? So due to this, what will happen? Due to this, you see here this one indicates Z2 is 1. Now you check here, enable is 1, B is 1, A is 1. So due to this one indicates it is output number Z3, right? And at this time you can see this enable has become 0. If enable is 0, then we don't see whatever is the value of A and B. All the outputs will be 0. So you see here all the outputs are 0. Okay. So in this way this code is working perfectly for a 2 to 4 decoder. And now we learned that we can write the Verilog module by using multiple always block also.